assistant coach Justin Reese for Utah Valley U. Justin, could you tell me how the season's gone so far?
It's gone pretty well. I mean, it just depends on every weight class. You know, you got some ups, you got some downs. One thing that's been kind of tough to deal with is we've had a lot of injuries throughout the year. We still haven't had a duel with our full lineup, so I mean, I guess we won't have our full lineup healthy throughout the year, being this is our last duel of the season. So that's been a little tough, but I think we've had some guys that have made some definite progress. Adam's had a pretty good year. You know, he's injured right now, but he's had a good year, made some good progress. I think Derek's made some jumps. You know, so we have guys that are working hard, they keep improving. I think the big thing will be just as soon as they all believe in themselves enough to get over that hump, and I think they'll be capable to make a huge jump then.
So you guys are wrestling Wyoming tonight. What are you guys looking at for the lineup tonight and your chances of winning this duel?
I mean, it'll be a dog fight. We're giving up some points at 125, and then we got some other guys that aren't our top guys that we're going to be wrestling. So everybody's going to have to wrestle tough, and we're going to have to get some bonus points to be able to win the duel tonight. So it's definitely going to be a challenge.
Well, great. You're going into regionals, and do you think everybody's going to be healthy once you get there?
Yeah, I think we should have everybody in the lineup. You know, guys that are being dinged up, they're getting rehab, trying to get healthy, and you know, so that's our goal. That's our hope, that everybody's ready to wrestle for conference, and we're hoping that everybody will be ready and be confident and be ready to have a good showing.
We're here with Mark Branch, head coach of the University of Wyoming Cowboys wrestling team. This is your 6th year, isn't it, Coach?
Yes.
So from the first years up to this year, what do you think the difference in your program is?
I think just kind of the competitiveness. Our room's gotten tougher, our recruiting's gotten better. Our expectations are higher, obviously, than they were when we first started. So, I mean, there's a lot of other differences, but you know, we're never probably to the level that I envision and that I want to be at, but it's always a work in progress, trying to climb higher every day. But we definitely have taken a lot of steps from when I came here, and I've had a lot of different athletes come through here, and you know, there's been more talented kids. I'd say probably in my early years, there were less talented kids who really believed and were inspired and wrestled probably above their heads a lot of times to help us achieve some special things in those first few years. And then now it's, you know, we want to instill that same toughness and that same inspiration in these kids. And it's a different group of kids, because now we're recruiting kids who come here and they expect to be successful, and they expect to not only just individually, but be on a good team, be on a competitive team. So, you know, we gotta still instill the drive and the motivation there to exceed their potential, and not just expect to have great results because they're talented.
So, Coach, tonight, who do you think you guys have the best chances of winning with tonight, and what weight classes are you looking at?
You know, I think, honestly, I think there are a lot of close toss-up matches. I know at 125, we've split there. Each guys beat each other. At 133, we're probably a little bit of a, not a little bit, but we're definitely not favored in that match. I would say 141 is what I see as a toss-up. It's a match I think that we can win. We haven't wrestled that individual head up, but we have a history of past guys that have wrestled him. So, you know, I think that match could go either way, and that's going to be an important one. 149 I think is going to be a tight one. 157 I'd say we're a slight favorite. 165 we're a favorite on paper, but I think he's won the only matchup that we've had. So we're a favorite on paper, but we haven't beat the kid yet. So that's obviously one that scares me a little bit. 174 they're definitely a favorite, I think. And then 184, 197 I think we're a favorite in those two. Heavyweight, I guess it depends on who they wrestle. If they wrestle their starter, then they're definitely going to be a favorite. I think he's ranked 13th or 14th and has had a great season. So we have our work cut out for us there if he wrestles. He hadn't wrestled lately, so I don't know if he's coming back from injury, but we expect their toughest team. We expect them to wrestle their best team. I think they maybe set a few guys out in the last duel, but I think that was probably to have a better chance against us. That's the way I'm looking at it as a coach. It may not be the case, but I'm preparing for the best Utah Valley team that they have. So, you know, there's a lot of matches in there that are going to be key. It's not going to be kind of maybe the guys that stand out from either team that are going to make the difference. It's going to be the guys that maybe don't. And that's the great thing about wrestling and being a team sport. I mean, people see wrestling as an individual sport, but when you go into these duel situations, sometimes the hero's the guy that nobody ever thought was going to be the hero, and I think that's what we'll see tonight.
The kid that pulls it out that isn't expected to.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe, you know, it's not two top-ranked guys. It may not be the premier matchup. It may be the matchup nobody thought of. So we got to look at every weight, and every single match is important to us tonight.
So last year in the NCAA championships, we were kind of getting down there in the wire, it was the heavyweights, and you guys were rooting for Utah Valley.
At the conference.
At the conference championships. Yeah. Could you explain why?
Well, I told him I owed him a steak. Obviously, you don't want to be in that position. You know, we went into that tournament projected to finish 4th, and we had won 3 conference championships in a row, but we struggled a little bit last year, and where the seeds came out, we were projected to be in 4th place. And after heading into the final round, we were 4th. We were sitting in 4th, and we had a great. We had about as good of a round as you could possibly have, winning 9 out of 10 matches, and we basically got down to the end, and we won. Our heavyweight had a fantastic tournament, and ended up getting 3rd and beating a couple of guys in the tournament that had beat him in the year. But that win in the consolation finals at heavyweight put us ahead of North Dakota State. And we're sitting there going, we just took the lead for the first time. We jumped from 4th to 1st in one session. Had a best session I've ever been a part of as a coach or as an athlete. It was just amazing, but then it all boiled down to we needed something to happen that we weren't involved in, and so definitely we were rooting pretty hard for Utah Valley, and if North Dakota State won, and they were favored to win in that match, but if North Dakota State won, then they were going to win the championship. So yeah, it was pretty funny because I think he knew how hard we were rooting for him too.
They all did.
Yeah, I think. You know, and so, you know, when we won 3 conference tournaments in a row. I don't know that a lot of teams in our conference are rooting for us. They're rooting for their guy, so it's kind of a double-edged sword for them. I'm sure they were like, yeah, we'd probably like to see Wyoming get beat, but we want our guy to win. So it kind of sucks to be in that position too for them.
Coach Williams is exactly what he said to me. It's like I so wanted him to win, but wow, seeing those guys over there rooting for him was pretty tough.
Yeah, absolutely. But it was one of my. It will go down as one of my favorite experiences as a college coach. I know to see our kids come together and have that round and wrestle unbelievably. And gosh, I can't tell you how many kids avenged losses throughout the year on that last session, and that was pretty cool to see. And so it was nice to finish that way, and really I thought it brought our team to a different place. It brought our team together to a place I'd never seen them when it comes to bonding. I mean, and belief. Not only did they believe in each other, they believed in us, and you really hope that would carry over to this year. And I felt like the early part of the year we were trying to rebuild that, and it's unfortunate because I really felt like we captured some pretty special momentum there, and to see us having to try to build that back this year was a little bit frustrating for me because I just wanted it to be there, because it was something that was so special. You just wanted it to just grab a hold of this team and carry on. And you know, it's a different group. It's a different group. We lost kids off that team. We got new kids in the lineup, so we've had to rebuild it a little bit, unfortunately, but it still made for a very special memory.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, Coach. Well, thanks a lot, and we'll see you tonight.
Okay, thank you.
Good job.
Yep, thanks.
All right.
We're here with head coach Greg Williams for the Utah Valley U. Coach, can you tell me how this season's gone so far compared to last season?
Well, this season's been an interesting year for us. It's thrown some challenges that we certainly weren't looking for, but it's a good team. We've been excited about this year. Last year we made some really good developments. I think we improved faster than we even had expected, and have some good kids coming back. And it's been frustrating because we've been having 3 to 5 guys out of our lineup almost every week. But it's part of the sport. So I've been real proud of the guys. I think the guys are stepping up and competing hard. And there have been a few duels that have gotten away because we've had to forfeit a match or have a few guys out. But it's really about individual progress and the team things. We'll ride some good waves. And right now it just I feel like the big thing is we're trying to keep guys healthy. So we'll keep guys out of the lineup because their backs hurting from a match, so we'll sit them out for a while. But the plan all along is to get them all to conference, give them a chance to get to nationals, and I think we'll be healthy, and I think we'll be ready to go. That's been the plan all along.
So this year, Valley and Rouser was on a red shirt, for medical red shirt, decided to quit wrestling. Could you talk about that a little for me?
Yeah, I think Val's, he went through an awful lot last year, and he had been through it before in high school, but last year was really tough for him. When he was cutting weight, he'd end up trying to cut weight, and he'd end up getting sick, and basically having to throw up all the time, and it wore his body out. I think that he is actually interested in getting back into international wrestling, and he's possibly going to start training for that. We'll probably get him in and start training this spring for that. But collegiately, it really wears on you. It's a grind, and I just think that his body's taken so much that I think it just isn't something that he looks forward to now. It was a disappointment for us, and he's got a ton of talent, and he definitely could be a big name on the scene if he was competing. But we respect his goals and the things that he wants to do with his life, and so we supported that. When he told me, I wasn't surprised because he was, I knew his body had been going through a lot, and then when they put the synthetic, part of the colon back in, he had to wait for a while, had some side effects with that, and then just trying to work out, coming back and stuff is tough.
So heading into the conference championships, what is your game plan for that?
Just to have everybody ready. We've had some guys come on. We had a bad night last night. 2 of our guys that have been kind of cruising through the conference duels got upset last night, and at 33 and 41, Chasen and Avery, they've been wrestling really well. I feel like they've got a good chance if they wrestle well to win conference. I think that if Jade, is healthy, feeling good, he's obviously got a couple of really, really tough, competitors in Martinez and Cox, but, he's right there with them. He hasn't had much of an opportunity to get out on the big stage this year, but, he's very capable, split with both those guys last year. There's a couple of our upper weights, besides our heavyweight. Our heavyweight, has wrestled really well this year. He's placed at Midlands, Vegas, is ranked 13th. So, obviously that's a good shot for us. But it's really about trying to get as many of those guys to nationals as possible, have them healthy, have them, with a game plan, just match by match. You don't go and set this big game plan. It depends on who they wrestle. Each person's going to have a little bit different style, and we'll approach those match by match. But really just get healthy, have the right, frame of mind going in. And we felt all along if we're healthy, we're as good a team as North Dakota State and Wyoming, and those are the 2 teams that we feel like we'll have to beat, to win it.
So we're here with Jade Rouser. He's the 125-pounder from Utah Valley. So Jade, could you tell me how the season's gone so far?
I started out at Michigan this year at the beginning of the year. That was my first tournament. I wrestled 4 matches. I went 1-4, 3-1 at the dual tournament or whatever. And then a week after that, I hurt my back. Actually, I came back in February, first weekend in February, wrestled Boise, and then North, South Dakota, and just UNC. So
not too many matches under your belt so far this year.
No, I've only had 7 matches, 8 matches.
So we're going into the regional tournament in a couple of weeks. What are you thinking about that? How are you preparing for that?
I should be really fresh since I haven't really wrestled that much. I'm really excited. I'll get to wrestle some kids that I haven't wrestled since last year. Get some revenge, hopefully, on one kid.
Who's that?
Cox. You know,
Yeah.
well, I mean, I don't know if I'll wrestle him, but if I do, it's definitely gonna be different this time.
Yeah, he was kind of anticipating wrestling you today, so I
yeah.
think he's a little disappointed that you're
Yeah,
not
I
wrestling.
could only imagine.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to it too, but we just made a decision to kind of wait till conference, just because want to get me qualified or get another qualifying spot for like our weight at nationals. So instead of 2, there'd be 3.
Great. So yeah, I was talking with Coach Branch. I don't think he even realized that you weren't wrestling tonight yet. So should be interesting. Who are you looking at tonight to being successful for Utah Valley?
Well, I'm hoping that we all win, but I know that's not always going to happen. Wyoming's a really tough team, and I think they beat us last year, but me forfeiting to Cox is really going to hurt our team, and we don't even have our starting lineup. Our 65's hurt and our heavyweights hurt, so we have our backups filling in for them. So those aren't guaranteed wins, and but hopefully we win tonight, and you know, they just got to wrestle their match. If they wrestle their match, we're going to win.
Awesome. So besides Cox, who else is at regionals are you looking to be a tough competitor?
Josh Martinez, Air Force kid. I think he was, he's ranked number 4 right now in the country. And I didn't get to wrestle. I was supposed to wrestle him last night, but didn't get to, and he was pretty disappointed too. I looking forward to wrestle that North Dakota kid again. He kind of upset me the other week, caught me on my back and pinned me. So
having a tough time getting away.
Yeah, having a tough time getting away. Just kind of a mental thing. I just kind of like brain fart pretty much when I got on bottom, and then just kind of zone out and just sit there.
Well, don't do that.
I know.
All right, well, we hope for you the best. We can't wait to see you wrestle at regionals because we've been waiting all year to see you wrestle, so we can't wait.
Yep.
All right, man. Thanks, Jade.
Yep.
So we're here with Tyler Cox, 125-pounder for Wyoming. Tyler, you All-American last year. Could you tell us a little bit about the tournament last year?
Yeah, it was kind of up and down. Started out pretty good, got a tech first round, and then second round got upset by Appalachian State kid, and then just had to fight back. Hurt my knee in the App State kid match, and kind of, you know, was questioning, you know, am I going to be able to keep going? You know, I talked with Branch and our trainers, and ended up taping it up and kind of sucking it up and going out and getting some wins, and finally making it through the blood round and earning my spot in the top 8.
I think coaches like that. He's, you know, if you're hurt, you got to work through it. I mean, you're wrestlers, you're going to be hurt, right? So that's
Right.
a little bit of Branch's attitude, right?
Right. You know, he always preaches going into nationals that nobody's going to be at 100% health. You know, everybody's going to have their bangs and bruises and going to be dinged up and hurting somewhere. So you just got to push through those things and keep working for those wins.
So you're coming into the regional tournament here in a couple of weeks. You've only got 2 matches left, potentially 2 matches left. Who are you looking at regionals to be your stiffest competition?
Air Force kid. Josh Martinez. Yeah, we wrestled on Tuesday night, and it was a close match all the way to the end. 2-1 match. He's ranked 4th in the country. I'm ranked 8th. You know, that's the guy I'm looking for this conference tournament, and ready to get my revenge and get on a national tournament and really turn some heads there.
Yeah, I really can't wait till regionals because that's an exciting weight class to watch.
Right.
The Rouser kid, you ended up beating him last year at regionals.
Right.
And you haven't wrestled him this year yet.
Nope.
So you'll see him most likely at regionals.
Right.
What are you expecting out of that match?
You know, Rouser always comes out hard. He's a good, big, strong kid. He's got the talent to beat a lot of guys in the country, and you know, it's going to be an exciting match. and I'm looking forward to it. It should be fun. It should be tough. It should be a lot of points on the board and exciting for the fans.
So I'm here with Gunnar Woodburn. He's a transfer from Oklahoma State. Gunnar, why'd you come over to Wyoming from Oklahoma State?
Better opportunity to wrestle. Coach Branch is a great guy. The coaching staff here is great. And I just wanted an opportunity to wrestle, and they're giving me it. And it's a great opportunity, and I thank them for it.
So you've known Coach Branch for a while. Did you know him when he was in Oklahoma?
I know the name.
Yeah.
Coach Branch is a huge name in Oklahoma, coming from a small town kind of like me, and then being a legend at Oklahoma State, 4-time finalist, 2-time champ. So, I mean, yeah, I've known of him. My dad's friends with him, so it's a great opportunity for me.
Have you had many matches this season, and if you have, how've they gone?
I haven't had many. I've only wrestled 5 here at Wyoming, and I came here at 8-6, and now I'm 9-10. So, I mean, I got a lot of work to do to improve, to get better.
Do you know who you're wrestling tomorrow?
No, I don't.
If you win the match, we'd like you to come over and talk to us.
Okay, that's fine.
What do you hope at the end of wrestling? What do you hope to get out of wrestling and out of your experience here at Wyoming?
I hope I achieve my goals, and then once I leave, to become a better person. Coach Branch has been a big influence in me since I moved here, and hope that I go back and when I become a coach, do what he does to kids here at Wyoming, help them get better.
So we're here with Avery Gardner. He's wrestling 141 for Utah Valley U. Avery, could you tell me how the season's been going for you so far?
It's been going pretty good. I've won more than I've lost. Had some good wins, a couple good wins this season against ranked kids. Lost some matches I shouldn't have lost, but for the most part, it's been positive.
Great. We're going into you're wrestling Wyoming tonight, and I think you've got Cole Mendenhall. Have you wrestled him before?
I haven't. I know he's supposed to be good. I'm anxious to wrestle him, see how it goes.
Well, great. Who do you think you got at regionals is going to be your biggest competition this year?
Probably Cole Mendenhall, and then I lost a close one last night to the Air Force kid who I have beaten more than I lost to, so he'll be tough. I mean, it's a good weight class, so.
Great.
So we're here with Cole Mendenhall, 141-pounder for Wyoming. Cole, could you tell us how the season's gone so far for you?
I started out with the Cowboy Open and then won that, and then pretty much hit a rough spot for a little bit, wrestled some good teams, and now I'm starting to pick it back up now that we're in conference, and I don't know.
So the conference, you guys did wrestle a lot of tough teams, Oklahoma and Minnesota, a lot of really tough teams. Going into conference, you really have a guy in there that you're looking at as being your stiffest competition, or?
Well, I lost a South Dakota State kid, but I think everyone's going to be like just as tough at conference. Everyone's going to be working for the same stuff. Everyone's going to be competing as hard as they can to make it to nationals. So it's going to be, I got to wrestle my best to make it there.
So tomorrow you're wrestling Utah Valley. I'm not sure who you're wrestling. Do you know if you wrestled Utah Valley yet this season? How'd you do then?
I've wrestled one of the Utah Valley kids, but I don't know if it's the starter or not. And I beat him, but I don't know who I'm wrestling really.
So, do you have a game plan when you go into matches? Do you have a way of getting yourself ready for a match?
Pretty much do the same thing. Chill out a little bit before, and then a couple of matches before I just get loosened up again. And I don't know, not really, no.
Why did you come to Wyoming? Why did you pick Wyoming as a place to wrestle for?
I felt that coaches could help me achieve my goals. I think we have a really good coaching staff here, and the teams, we got a young team right now, and it's just going to keep getting better every year.
Here you go, Cole. Here we go, Cole. Fire off. Again. Pace, Cole. Keep going that pace. Keep going. On him, Cole. Clear out of here, wrestler.
So Cole, you were down the first period. What happened after that?
I don't know, believed in myself, believed in my gas tank, and I just kept going.
You scored another point, and I heard Coach tell you you're going to score again, and you did.
Yeah, you got to believe what they say and just keep going. If he tells you, we're always thinking scoring, so even if we're ahead, we're trying to get more points, maybe get a major. Even if we're not getting a major, we want to finish on top. It's something we practice every day, and it's working out for us, so we're going to keep doing it.
All right, well, good luck at regionals. I can't wait to see you.
Thank you.
So we're here with Trevor Wilson. He's the 149-pounder from Utah Valley U. Trevor, could you tell us how the season's gone for you so far?
So far, it's going pretty well, I'd say. I still have to make a lot of improvements, but I'd say it's going pretty good.
And you're a transfer here at Utah Valley?
Yeah, I'm from Arizona State University.
Great. So tonight you're wrestling Brandon Richardson, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you've wrestled him before?
Yeah, I wrestled him at the Las Vegas Cliff King tournament.
How'd you do with him against him there?
He beat me 2-1. It was a close match.
So a little redemption tonight?
Yeah, I hope so.
Great, and you're going, a couple weeks we're going into the regional tournament. How do you think you're going to fare there, and who do you think your best competition is there?
I'd say my best competition would be either Richardson or the South Dakota State University kid. I believe he's ranked 20th in the country right now. I wrestled him, I'd say, a couple weeks ago. He beat me, but that seems to be my competition, my toughest competition in the conference.
We're here with Cowboy Brandon Richardson. You're at 149, is that right?
Yes.
So you're wrestling tomorrow against Utah Valley State. Do you know who you're wrestling over there?
Yeah, Trevor Wilson, I believe.
Have you wrestled him before this year?
I wrestled him at Las Vegas, yeah.
And how'd you do?
I won the match. It was a tight match though.
Great. How's your season going so far?
It's going good. I think our team all together is actually coming up and starting to perform really well. So.
Great. What was your favorite moment of this year so far, as your personal wrestling?
I think my performance at the Reno Tournament of Champions was probably my highlight of the season so far. I wrestled really well. I wrestled 7 matches on the day and ended up placing, so it was a good day of wrestling.
Great. So what are you looking forward towards regionals? You got some stiff competition at regionals this year. Who's your toughest competition, do you think?
I mean, well, at this level, everybody's tough. You got to give everybody respect and don't overlook anybody. So I'm gonna go into regionals conference the same mindset in every match. I'm gonna wrestle hard, wrestle 7 minutes, wrestle my style, no matter who it is.
So what do you hope to do after you're done wrestling, Brandon?
Well, at this point, I'm beginning to start my master's in kinesiology, and beyond that, we'll see maybe something in athletic administration or possibly the medical field. So.
Well, thanks for your time, Brandon, and good luck tomorrow. After the match, we hope to talk to you.
All right, thank you.
Please go.
you know, that was a classic college wrestling match. You know, a 2-0 score is usually a common score in wrestling. Could you tell me what happened throughout the match?
Well, you know, I came out, wanted to get my offense off early and hit a few shots and wasn't really finishing or penetrating the way I wanted to. And you know, sometimes that happens, but you got to stay aggressive. And you know, I waited for him to make a mistake and capitalized in the second period. And I really wish I could have done more for the fans. And I mean, 2-0 is not a very exciting match, and it's just something to build off of.
Well, you know, yeah, I agree with you. 2-0 is not a great win, but it is a win. And you're going against North Dakota next week. What do you think your chances are?
You know, I don't know who I have, but I know you got to approach every match the same and work hard in the room all week and be ready to go. Approach every match the same, wrestle hard 7 minutes, wrestle your pace, and good things happen. So I'm excited for us as a team.
Well, congratulations today, and I can't wait to see you at regionals, bud.
All right, thank you.
We're here with Chase Cuthbertson, and he's the 157-pounder for Utah Valley U. Chase, could you tell us how your season's gone so far?
It's been pretty good. I've been out a little bit. I missed about the mid-season due to injuries, but I'm back now and I'm healthy, and I've had some good matches. I've had a couple good wins this season, and I feel like I'm peaking now at the right time. So I'm looking to do pretty well at the conference tournament coming up.
So you're wrestling tonight. Who do you got tonight?
Got Andy McCauley.
Andy McCauley's a tough kid. Have you wrestled him before?
I have. Yeah, I wrestled him 2 years ago during my redshirt year, and I had a really close match. I lost 2-1. No, I lost 3-2 against him.
So you're just looking for a little redemption.
Yeah, this is a grudge match right here. I just want to pound his face.
So we're here with Andy McCauley. He's a 157-pounder for Wyoming. Andy, how's your season gone so far?
So far it's been a tough one this year. We've wrestled probably the best schedule we've ever wrestled here at the university. Wrestled Montana, Oklahoma State, Nebraska. I mean, I've wrestled all probably 5 or 6 of the top 10 guys. So I mean, I'm right there with the good guys. So.
Well, you got to wrestle the good guys to beat the good guys, right?
Exactly.
So do you know who you're wrestling tomorrow from Utah?
I think it's Chase Cuthbertson.
Have you wrestled him before?
I think I wrestled him 2 years ago, and I wrestled him twice. In the first match, I pinned him, and then I think I beat him by points the second match.
So what's your kind of game plan for tomorrow as far as your matches? What do you usually do as far as attacking the different
just get down to weight and then go out there and wrestle my match. That's the key.
Great. What are you looking to get out of the university? Once you leave here, you got plans to do anything else?
Currently I'm in a communications major, so I don't really know what I'm going to do after I get done, but hopefully get like a wrestling coaching job or something like that.
It might work for me, huh?
Yeah.
I like it. What about the regional tournament this year? What are you thinking at the regional? You've wrestled with these guys from around the conference. Who do you think your biggest competition at regionals is going to be?
I would probably say currently right now it's either going to be the Air Force kid, Krameyer, if he comes back. I think he's currently injured, or Cody Pack from South Dakota State. Yeah, me and him have gone back and forth.
Yeah, he's a tough kid. You wrestled him last year at regionals.
Yep, yeah. He beat me in the semis.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to go actually film him on Sunday.
Nice.
Cody for a long time. He's a tough kid.
Yeah.
Well, great. Well, I hope for the best for you at regionals. Do you have a game plan before regionals? How do you got to prepare for that?
Just come in here with a good attitude and keep working and get better every day.
it was a pretty good match. Why don't you just lead us through it, please?
I think it was scoreless first period, which is really probably not a good thing in the long run. But went down he went down second period, I rode him out. Third period, I went bottom, got out, and then pretty much from there it was just on our feet. So I mean, not an exciting match, but I need to get my offense going.
Yeah, it was a win. A win's a win, right?
Right, yeah. At this level, you got to get them, but at the same time, you got to make them look better and get your offense going. We preach that you don't win matches without a takedown, and unfortunately, I got the match without a takedown tonight. So, I mean, I need to get back on my offense and keep going. So, got stuff to work on, like always.
Well, good luck with that, and we'll hope to see you at regionals.
Absolutely, thank you.
We're here with Logan Addis. He wrestles 165 for Utah Valley. Could you tell me, Logan, how the season's been going for you so far?
It's been going pretty good. I actually wrestle 157, but I've been bumped up this week, so it's been a little bit different. A little bit bigger guys, but it's been good.
So you had a guy that was injured, so you're kind of stepping up?
Yeah, I'm just bumping up weight to help out the team.
All right. Do you think you're going to be able to wrestle at the conference, or are you just wrestling tonight?
I'm just wrestling 65s right now. Right. We'll see about conference.
Well, great. Who do you got tonight? Do you know?
I have no idea.
So I'm here with Dakota Friest. He's the 165-pounder for Wyoming. Dakota, could you tell me how your season's gone so far?
My season this year has gone pretty well. Pretty satisfied with it. My current record, I think, is 26-6. Well, a little better than last year. Last year I barely was 500, and so this year the season's gone a lot better.
Great.
So.
Well, if you could pick a match out of the season that really sticks out in your mind, what would it be?
The match that probably sticks out would be when I was wrestling in Reno. In the consolation semifinals, I beat the number 8th ranked guy in the nation, so I could go on to place 3rd. And so that was a big stepping stone for me, kind of giving me that confidence that I can compete with the top guys in the nation. So
realize you're just as tough as them.
Exactly.
Do you think that kids coming from a big name school like Oklahoma or Iowa really, does that intimidate you at all when you're just when you think about that?
No, it doesn't really intimidate me. It used to, definitely, because those were the blue chip recruits coming out of high school, and so you think those are the best guys. But lately, I see everyone as just equal individuals, another match at a time. Don't be intimidated at anybody, and go out there and just face it like they're anyone else.
You got to kind of have that attitude if you want to win at the NCAA level. Otherwise, you're not going to, right?
Exactly.
So you're going into regionals tomorrow. You're going to wrestle Utah Valley, and who do you think? How do you think that match is going to go? And do you know who you're wrestling?
They have 2 guys weighing in at 165, and so one of the guys weighing in I wrestled last year, and I lost him in the end of the 3rd period. It was a close match, but I definitely didn't wrestle the way I wanted to. And another thing is, this season I'm a lot different wrestler than I was last year, and so I have no doubt in my mind that I'll go out there and just hopefully just pick them apart. So
awesome. So at the regional tournament now, you've wrestled these guys in the conference all season. Who are you looking at as going to be your biggest competition?
My biggest competition will probably be Stephen Monk from North Dakota State. He's ranked in the top 10 in the nation, so he's probably going to be my target that I'm going to look to beat. So.
Do you have any kind of preparations before big matches that you kind of, how you prepare for it, or?
Yeah, I have a routine. I usually always eat try to have the same meal before the day weigh-ins, and then I like to just kind of be real relaxed. I don't want to get myself too hyped up to say, or too overworked mentally. I like to stay relaxed and just kind of just get focused. Yeah.
Great.
So Dakota, you busted out of the gate 6-0 to start that match off. Can you tell us a bit about it?
You know, it kind of started off a little slow. Didn't quite get the takedown as fast as I wanted, but I went out there and got the takedown. And lately we've been working on transitioning right to our tilts from our takedowns, and so I went out there and tried and hit and got that bent leg Turk right away, and so that was a pretty good motivator for me to get the match going. It's a big confidence booster when you score 6 points in the first period.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you come out the next period and scored a couple more points. It ended up, what did the match end up at?
It was a tech, so I think it was 18-3. Plus, obviously I had riding time, so.
Yeah, it was a great match. So you're looking pretty tight going into North Dakota. After that, we're into regionals. Are you excited?
Oh, I'm very excited. Yeah, this whole year, my goal has been qualifying that spot to get to nationals. I got a pretty tough match ahead of me against North Dakota State, and so I thought this year I'd be getting that cushion to get that spot at conference. But even though I have that, I'm not even looking at that. I want to go out there and I want to still beat North Dakota State and go on to place first at conference. So.
Well, congratulations today, and we can't wait to see you wrestle at conference. That's going to be exciting, bud.
Thank you.
So we're here with Brent Havlick. He's the 174-pounder for Wyoming. Brent, how's your season going so far?
There's been ups and downs. You know, I think I'm 16-10 or something right now. Ups and downs though, and staying optimistic and staying focused and in good spirits and just working on getting better.
Do you have what would you say your biggest challenges is when in your wrestling?
Lately, I've just had breaks in my matches of becoming unfocused, and but I mean, I'm still working on just in all areas, just getting better as a wrestler, I guess. You know, it's just, you know, maybe a little bit unexperienced, I don't know, but just working on getting better just in all areas of my wrestling, probably.
So where do you come from?
I'm from Mitchell, South Dakota.
And why did you decide to come to Wyoming?
Definitely the coaches. You know, it's an up-and-coming program, and the coaches are, you know, one of a kind, some of the best in the country. So it was an easy decision from that standpoint.
Great. What do you hope to get out of the University of Wyoming and eventually do when you graduate?
well, while I'm here, you know, I hope to, you know, be a multiple-time All-American, and I'm pursuing a degree in business administration right now. So, you know, work at a bank or something like that. So.
Well, great. You going to the regional tournament? What do you think your chances there are, and who do you think your stiffest competition is over there at regionals?
I have a bunch of tough competitors at my weight. You know, my goal is to make the NCAA tournament, and more than likely I'm gonna have to win my weight to go. So that's my goal, and you know, all the kids are, I mean, somewhat tough in my conference, so it'll be a challenge, and I wouldn't say there's just one kid that's good. I mean, there's several, and
focus on all of them.
Yeah, definitely.
Great. Well, good luck at regionals. And do you know who you're wrestling tomorrow for Utah Valley?
Kid's name is Monty Schmalhaus, I believe.
We're here with Monty Schmalhaus. He wrestles 174 for Utah Valley. Monty, could you tell me how the season's been going for you so far this year?
Well, it started out kind of slow. It's coming off a back injury. Kind of started out slow. It's kind of out of shape at the beginning, but then I was starting to get back into it, and we went down to Midlands in Chicago, and I was able to place there, so I accomplished one of my goals. So I was pretty happy about that. And since then, I've just kind of had some up and downs. I've been wrestling pretty good. Lost a close one last night, but just every match, just trying to pick something that I could work on, get ready for conference.
So do you know who you're wrestling tonight, Monty?
I don't, actually.
I actually think it's Benjamin Stroh. Have you wrestled him before?
I haven't.
He's a tough kid, but he says it's also been a real rough season, some of the ups and downs. But do you know a conference, or when you go to a conference, do you know who you think your biggest competition there is going to be?
Right now, I think at least the one that I've wrestled is from Hayden Zilmer from North Dakota State. Right now, it's probably my toughest one. We just had a close match a couple weeks ago, but I think I'll be able to beat him when it comes to time.
So we're here with Ethan Smith. He wrestles 184 for Utah Valley U, and so you're wrestling tonight against Benjamin Stroh. Have you wrestled him before?
No, I haven't.
No. Have you? Do you have any game plan going into the match when you wrestle somebody you don't know?
Really, I just go out and try to do my own thing, just set the pace. If I wrestle at my own pace and I'm doing what I should be doing, what I'm capable of doing, I'm definitely feel comfortable and I'm confident in getting a win. So
how's the season going so far for you?
It's gone pretty good. Lost some matches that I definitely would like to get back, but I've been able to, really wrestle a lot of the top ranked guys. So that's what I want. I want to be, wrestling the best. So.
Do you know what conference, who your biggest competition is going to be?
Probably Stroh and North Dakota State.
What's his name?
I forget.
Yeah. You wrestled him yet this year?
Yeah, I did. I lost. I lost 2-0. So.
Seems like it's always really close matches, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, good luck tonight and good luck at regionals. We're here with Benjamin Stroh. He's the 184-pounder from Wyoming. Ben, could you tell me how the season's gone so far?
Oh, it's going pretty well. We've had our ups and downs, as a team. And me personally, same thing. I mean, ups and downs, but that's part of athletics, If it was given to you, it wouldn't be worth having. So, I mean, you got to work for everything you get, and that's kind of what this season's shown. We're starting to warm back up as a team now and wrestling like I feel that we're capable of. And I mean, it has been a battle, but I mean, it's a learning experience at the same time. So all in all, though, it has been an interesting year, especially for my first year on the team. That's for sure.
Yeah, you started out really gangbusters, and I noticed that did you get like NCAA Collegiate Athlete of the Week or something like that?
Yeah, the conference that we're in, I got that Athlete of the Week right off the bat, and I mean that was awesome. I mean it was a great accomplishment off the beginning, but still I'm a strong believer. It's all about how you end, not how you begin. You can have a wonderful season in the beginning, but if you can't perform at the end, it's all for naught. So
do you have a match that sticks out in your mind this season that you'd like to tell us about?
No. I guess kind of an eye-opener was when I wrestled that Dudley from Nebraska, and I looked up at the score and it was 14-0 end of the first period. And tell you what, that really wakes you up. You know, you think you're having a decent year and you can wrestle with anybody, and you're that close. I mean, you're 1 point away from the match ending, and you've only wrestled 3 minutes. You know, I fought back and somewhat got back into the match. You know, I still fell short by quite a few points, but I mean, it really opened my eyes that, you know, no matter what you do throughout the season, you know, you will have matches like that, and the best you can do is prepare so that doesn't happen, you know.
Going tomorrow, you're wrestling in Utah Valley. Do you know who you're wrestling tomorrow?
I don't, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't think that he has quite the record you do. But going into the regional tournament, you've wrestled a lot of these guys so far this year. Who are you looking at there as your biggest competition?
I just heard the other day that the kid from NDSU is ranked 20th, and we'll get a duel them next week. So, you know, that'll be a little precursor and whatnot. And I mean, to be honest with you, I'm looking forward to that. You go through wrestling and you look for competition all the way through. I mean, from grade school, high school, even into college. And I can't think anything better than wrestling a ranked guy in the conference tournament, you know, and I mean, even the duel before that. And just hopefully that'll prepare you for the end of the year, you know. And I mean, at the conference tournament, it's, you know, win or go home. So, I mean, it really puts things into perspective pretty quickly. That's for dang sure.
You know, one of the things I like when I interview you, Ben, is you do talk about the most memorable moments are your losses, but not wins. And I think that really emphasizes that, you know, that winning mentality, that you have to really focus on the weaknesses and the bad matches. What are you hoping to get out of the University of Wyoming after you leave here?
I mean, obviously the first reason I'm here is for an education. I mean, the fact that they'll help me pay for some of that and get through and, you know, and go on with my life. I mean, wrestling, it's honestly, it's helped me through so much. It's taught me, you know, to be what I am actually today, you know, working hard and stuff like that. And school is not easy, that's for dang sure, but neither is wrestling. So, I mean, you can look at it, you know, hand in hand and take it and approach it the same way. So, I mean, with all that and the development that I've made with my personal life and whatnot through wrestling, it has changed me, and I feel that will help me, you know, after I graduate from the university here.
So Ben, a pretty tough match. You scored 3 in the beginning, but really couldn't do anything after that. Why don't you tell me a little bit about what happened?
I don't know. It's one of those matches that's hard to score in. I mean, he was backing up when I'd get in, which, I mean, that's part of the game, you know. I mean, if he can feel that I'm in a dominant position, he's going to get the heck out of there, you know. And I mean, I can't really blame him for that. There's, you know, I felt, you know, if he would have stepped in a little bit more, I could have scored a little bit or a few more points. But I mean, that's part of wrestling. You have different people. Everybody has a different style, and that's what makes this sport unique. So, I mean, it's good to get a match like that in. I mean, obviously I had to blow out my lungs, you know. It was a tough one for both of us, you know. We were moving the whole time, but I mean, it was just one of those that wasn't a high-scoring match, and it happens. So.
It seemed like you pushed him out a lot. Like, I mean, you guys were on the edge of the mat most of the time. Is that? What do you think of that?
I don't know. I don't know if it was his game plan or. I mean, it's hard to say. It's just one of those things that happens in a match. I mean, you know, some people are really comfortable with wrestling out of bounds, so if something starts going wrong, then, you know, get the heck out of there. But I mean, coach has taught us, you know, stay dominant and keep, you know, control the middle of the mat. So, I mean, I'm partly at fault for pushing him towards that area, you know, trying to control my mat and whatnot. But I don't know, you know, he felt pretty comfortable over there. And then, you know, we'd go out of bounds and we'd start back at the middle and we'd end up back over there. So, I mean, it's just one of the matches how it unfolds that way. I mean, it's unfortunate to the fans, you know, because, I mean, I'm a strong believer you go out there to put on a show for the fans, you know, and I don't know, one takedown and no other points really is not really a show for the fans, if you ask me.
Yeah, that's always good about wrestling when it's exciting. Dakota Freestone really put on a show today, and that was probably the most exciting matches of the day, I thought.
Oh yeah. Dakota's always good about that. I don't know how the kid does it. I'm still trying to pick up half the stuff he does. But I mean, this year I've struggled to, I mean, tech people, for example. I mean, I've pinned a few people, but I think I might have 1 or 2 techs on the year, which is a problem. You know, I've taken people down in the first period, rode them out, you know, ended up with 2 minutes and 30 seconds worth of riding time and no backboards. So I mean, we've been working on that the last couple of weeks, and I think that's what's kind of contributed to me getting a few more pins later in the season here, is working on our top. So I mean, obviously it's wrestling. You can always advance on your game, so that's what makes it fun. That's why we do it.
Well, good luck with North Dakota next week, and we can't wait to see you at regionals.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're here with Derek Thomas. He wrestles 197 for Utah Valley U. Derek, can you tell us how the season's gone for you so far?
Season's gone pretty good, a lot better than last year. I've wrestled a lot of really tough kids this year, and it's just been a good, fun year, and excited for conference.
What would you say your favorite match of the year was?
My favorite match of the year, I would say probably my match at Vegas. I wrestled a Northern Iowa kid, and it went into all the overtimes, and I didn't know how many overtimes there actually were, so I didn't know the match was even over, and we just kept wrestling and wrestling, and it was like 20 minutes. It was really long, but it was a fun match.
Great. Do you know who you're wrestling tonight?
Yeah, Shane Woods.
So have you wrestled Shane before?
Yeah, I have. I wrestled him at the Cowboy Open this last year, and I got caught in the first period and pinned.
Going into regionals in a couple of weeks, who do you think your biggest competition is?
Shane Woods, Wyoming, and also a North Dakota State kid. So.
We're here with Shane Woods, the 197-pounder for Wyoming. Shane, could you tell me how's the season going so far for you?
It's going pretty good. I've had the fortunate of I've been pretty fortunate to wrestle some of the top guys at my weight this year, and some good All-Americans, and you know, with that comes a little bit of experience, and you know, I've learned from wrestling those guys and built a lot of confidence from wrestling those guys. So yeah, this season's been going pretty good.
So Coach Branch has set a pretty tight schedule, pretty tough schedule for you guys this season.
Yes, sir.
You know, I think it's pretty good. You got to wrestle the top guys to be the top guys. Is that right?
That's right.
So, is there a match that sticks out in your mind so far this season?
Probably the Oklahoma State match against number 11 Rochelle. That was the first returning All-American that I had beaten in my career, so I've kind of built off of that, and I'm trying to continue to make big jumps and get good gains.
Nice. So tomorrow you're wrestling Utah Valley. Do you know who you're wrestling over there?
Yeah, I wrestled him in the Cowboy earlier this year.
How'd you guys do?
I won by fall in the first. But I've wrestled that kid a couple other times before, and he's pretty tough. I just got to keep my head on and don't overlook anyone.
Nice. So after that, you've only got one more match before the regional tournament. What are you looking at for regionals, and who do you think maybe your biggest competition at regionals is going to be?
I don't know. That's hard to say because I've got personal experience where I went in as the number 3 seed and ended up winning the tournament. So it just depends on who shows up that day.
Yeah.
And yeah, we have North Dakota State left, and they're going to be a tough team to beat. But I think that we can do it.
Great. Where are you from, Shane?
I'm from Tuttle, Oklahoma.
And why did you decide to come to Wyoming?
Because of Coach Branch. I've heard a lot about him. He's from Oklahoma as well. He contacted me through email and came up on a trip, and I loved it here, and I've got a lot of respect for the guy.
Well, great. Well, we can't wait to see you wrestle tomorrow night and in the regional tournament. We hope the best of luck for you, bud.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Go, Derek! Go, Shane!
Yeah, I usually don't come
come out and start the duel for us, but so it was a little change for me, a little nerves going. So it was a little slow to start, but as the match went on, I got more comfortable and comfortable as I got out there.
Great, well, can't wait to see you at regionals, bud.
Thank you very much.